Hello everyone, again. For today we are going to be doing a lab, but we need to start again with a warm-up. So same thing, make sure you have your notebooks out and something to write with. You are going to, for today, read the clues. It says, if weather systems could talk, what would they say? Use the clues below to identify the weather front and draw the appropriate symbol. What front am I? So for each one, you're going to read the clue and write down whether it's cold front, warm front, or stationary front, but also draw the symbol. So make sure you are following those instructions. So just like yesterday, I'm going to read it through. Your teacher can pause the video, and then I will give the answers. So for number 1, I'm bringing on the cold. Be prepared for a big show when I pass through. I want people to notice when I blow into town. Number 2, I'm out of energy. I'm not going anywhere for a while. I think I'll hang around for a few days and keep conditions just the way they are. Number 3, I like to heat things up. Humid air and warm temperatures move from the south. I like it hot. So for each one, write down what front you think it is and draw the symbol. Don't forget, if you're not sure, get out your foldables from last week and look at the information inside of them. So number 1, look at your clues. Cold, big show, meaning thunderstorms and rain. So that's going to be a cold front. Remember, cold fronts move very quickly. You're going to have thunderstorms or snow showers, and it's going to be cold afterwards. For number 2, talking about out of energy, not going anywhere, hanging around for a long time, and conditions are staying the same, that's talking about a stationary front. Stationary fronts don't move because one air mass cannot overpower the other, and so you have days and days and days of rain. And for number 3, I like to heat things up, so we're talking about warm air, humid air. That's going to be a warm front. Okay, and your symbols for number 1, for cold front, should be a blue line with blue triangles. For number 2, should be blue triangles on one side and red bumps or half circles on the other side. And for number 3, should be a red line with red circles on it. Okay, you can set your notebooks aside for now. Don't put them away. Here's what you're going to be doing today, and I would like you to get started soon, so I'm going to go through this rather quickly. So the responsibility is on you to make sure that you are clearly reading through the instructions and procedures before you start, before you touch any materials, and ask the teacher if you're not sure. Okay, but you're going to be going through stations today and tomorrow. So today you need to try and get through 4 stations, and you will do the remaining 4 stations tomorrow when I'm back. So wherever you are starting, okay, you need to make sure you find on your student sheet here that if you don't have it yet, the teacher's going to give it to you, but it's your air masses and front station student sheet. So you're going to read the instructions on the table, but then fill in the information here. It goes right along with all of your instructions. So it's clearly labeled Station 1 and the questions, Station 2, and what you need to do, describe, okay? It goes right along with the instructions at your table. Station 3, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Okay, draw, draw, draw. If it's telling you to draw, that's what you need to do. Explain, and then explain in words. Okay, everything for each station needs to be completely filled out. Okay, by the time we're finished with part 2 tomorrow, all stations need to be completed and the entire packet needs to be completed as well. If it's not, it will be homework to finish answering the questions, because this will be a lab grade, okay, a minor grade, a quiz grade. And this should be a very easy quiz grade, so no excuses. So here's what all the stations look like. Okay, this is your student sheet. Like I said, make sure you are clearly following all the instructions, because it tells you exactly what to do. You know what I always say, find the bossy person at your table to read through the procedure to make sure you're doing everything right. And if you're still not sure, put your hand up and ask the teacher. Okay, here are what the station cards look like that are on each table. So as you can see, it tells you station 1, so it'll tell you what part of your worksheet you're supposed to be looking at. It gives you the directions. A lot of them have a QR code, so you know you are free to use your own device. If you are using the iPads, you need to make sure that, well, even with your own device, that you are using them appropriately. You are using them for the lab purpose only. You are not playing video games. You are not texting. Okay? You need to make sure you're on task. So if it tells you to scan the QR code, do that, and then make sure that you follow the rest of the instructions. Okay? This kind of shows you what the website's going to look like, and then it tells you to answer the following questions, which will be on your student sheet. Okay? Station 2, 3, same way. It tells you what to do. Now, Station 3 is talking about air masses, kind of like you did yesterday. But what you're going to be doing is you're going to be modeling air masses and how they don't mix, because air masses are going to be modeled with balloons. You need to make sure that you are handling these appropriately. The balloons should not be breaking. They should not be flying through the air. They should not be falling on the floor. Okay? Make sure you are doing what you are supposed to be doing and answering your questions. Station 4 is a writing prompt. Make sure you do that correctly. Station 5, same thing. Just scan the QR code, answer the questions. Same with Station 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. Okay? And this is Station 8 as well. So everything is very straightforward, but like I said, if you are not sure, do not just sit there, put your hand up and ask the teacher. You need to be working at all times. There is no free time today. Okay, everyone's very busy. And before you leave today, you will turn in your lab sheets to the teacher so that I can give them back to you tomorrow and we can continue and we can finish our stations. Okay, so make sure you're doing everything. Make sure you use your notes if you're not sure, or go back and rewatch the video if you missed something. But otherwise, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. And one last thing, make sure nobody will leave the classroom unless all of the iPads are on the tables, all 10 of them, and your lab tables are cleaned up. That means they look the way they did when you came into the classroom. You will not leave a mess. All right? All right, see you tomorrow.